Okay, so first I want to start by saying I'm sorry if my eyes wander. I got a new phone, and so when I look at my face on the phone, it makes my eyes turn. So anyway, so a lot of you know, if you know me anyway, that our first son, John, was born with the condition hydrocephalus. He had water on his brain. He had a surgery to place a shunt when he was born, and he's been okay since, and he's still doing okay, but the back of his head is really flat, which results in his brain being very compressed. And we were hoping that with a helmet and time it would grow and decompress, but it's a little less than what they would like to see. So it's still really flat, it's still really compressed, so we're up for a surgery to open up that space in the back of his head. So they're going to insert some pins, so they're going to break the skull again because it fused too quickly. They're going to insert some pins that will turn, and it'll kind of pop that bone out in the back just a couple of centimeters over like a month. Right now the surgery is supposed to be in just a couple weeks. So I'm gonna try to take you on that journey with us without exploiting my children. But we'll see. I'm gonna try, because I've been looking for information and I haven't been able to find any. So I think it'd be really nice to be able to put that information out there for families in our situation who kind of want that information but are having a really tough time finding it. So it is 8 days to the tentative surgery date, and I still haven't heard back, so I have a suspicion they might change it to another day. It might be 9 days, I don't remember. So after a lot of back and forth and a lot of emotional, when is this surgery gonna happen, and figuring out logistics, I think we finally have a for sure date. Obviously, so long as the surgeon doesn't have to do an emergency surgery or something. I feel a lot better now. I really do. I think just the whole, is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Kind of thing that really stresses me out. As far as the surgery itself goes, though, I'm really not that worried. I know he's going to do great, and he's going to come out fine, and the healing will be good, and I think that it's going to be really, really good for him, and I'm very excited to see his growth and improvement in his mobility, and hopefully also a little bit in his speech and things like that. But we'll take it one day at a time. We're gonna take it slow. I feel so much better now. I really do. In theory, if all goes well, my son should only be in the hospital a couple of days. But to give myself a little bit of time when we get back, I'm going to be preparing meals. Tonight we are having beef and potato burritos, so I'm hoping we'll have a few extra for the freezer. This is just the carne picada beef. I mixed cumin, chili powder, smoked paprika, some oregano. I think there was one other seasoning. Oh, garlic and onion. For the potato, I'm just gonna do the hash brown with onion and pepper. I'm gonna cook these up first a little bit. Then I'm going to cook the meat. Then I'm gonna mix it all together, and then we're gonna make the burritos. Dog, it's being so funny. Buster, what you doing? What you doing? Who's your good boy? Who's your good boy? So I did a half a bag because that's what the instruction says. Some of it stuck, so I'm going to unstick it. For those of you who do not know this trick, all you gotta do is get a little bit of water. Yes, I need to do some digging. Dump it in. Take your little spoon. And most of that stuck on stuff is gonna come loose. So I scraped it a little. Now we're just gonna dump that. Give it, hold on. It's hard doing this stuff one-handed, so I'm rinsing it, that's all. I'm not as stuck. So, we just got done with our pre-surgery appointment. Everything looked good. They drew some blood for labs and just to have some on hand just in case. And we are good to go. So, the day after tomorrow, we go in for surgery. And yeah. If I could give parents who are facing similar situations any advice, it would be write everything down. Write what the doctors say down, write your questions down, write symptoms down, write whatever down, because when you're in that doctor's office, you think you're gonna remember, but you don't. Or I don't know. I know I struggle a lot to remember, so I have to call back a lot. And then I remember questions that I'd had, and I'm like, oh, I should have asked that one, and then I forget when I see them again. So I would highly advise write everything down. Okay, so today we are prepping. I gotta clean the fish tank. I gotta pack a bag. I'm gonna do some meal prep so it's easier on my family and they don't have to worry about that. I did laundry, so I might have time to fold it. We'll see how that goes. But step one, we're gonna clean the fish tank. This is Bruce, my beta. Mini party. So we're just gonna give him a full clean because it's looking a little grungy, and I don't know, I need to replace the heater anyway. So yeah, we're just gonna give him a full on clean. Just dump it and redo. My daughters are helping me make fry bread. They're frying that up for our Navajo tacos. And then after that, I'm gonna take one of my kids to the library for a book review. They do like a monthly or bi-monthly book review at our library, and she really likes to go to that. They're doing The Hobbit this time, so that's pretty cool. And then I'm gonna come home and finish making dinner, and then pack my backpack and John's stuff. And then while I'm making dinner, I'm probably just gonna make a couple of dump dinners for the kids and my husband while I'm gone, so that they don't have to worry about that. At least not as much. They'll have to worry about a little bit of it, but yeah. Alright, well, so for today we have had therapy with John and a therapy coordinator. I am now folding my laundry. I cleaned the fish tank. Got about half our fry bread done. Some of these might be a little too thin, but alright, so let me show you what I've got going. This is chorizo. This is for our tacos tonight. This is ground breakfast sausage. That is so that my kids can make potato casserole. They could do this on their own, but it burns easy, so I'm helping them out on that one. Right, for tonight's dinner, we've got the chorizo, and I'm about to add pinto beans and garlic, cumin, crushed pepper, a little cayenne, and maybe some salt and pepper. So It's good, but it's a little spicier than hers was. So I don't know if my kids are gonna eat it. I put a little bit of a sour cream in there to tone it down, but it didn't help much. I'm a little nervous about that one, but we'll see. And then I'm gonna make pork stew, so that all they have to do is dump it in the crock pot and walk away. So that's pork, bell peppers. I'm gonna get the diced tomatoes here in a second, and then we're gonna season it with cumin and oregano, salt and pepper. All right, so I'm about to go pick up kids from the library. So I got pork stew. It was easy, you just dump it all in the same thing. They've got a ham they can put in the crock pot also, and then I fried up that breakfast sausage for them so that they can just add it to the potato casserole when they're ready. And then they have pasta stuff, and that's more than enough because we should only be gone for 2 or 3 nights. So that's done. Yay!